What's up, guys? This is Jet here, and today I've got you guys another video. Now, this is called Basketball Manager 2017 free. Now, basically, if you know about EA, you know that their career mode on Madden tends to be more of a simulation-based game rather than you actually interacting. While in 2K, their career mode is a little more getting to know people and actually having a backstory, and not a simulation mode. This is basically a full-on simulation. It's probably even more of a simulation than EA is. It's a very basic game, but it's very fun, and I've enjoyed it, and I've liked playing it. As you can see, I do have 2 games made. I used to have 1 game for the Spurs. I was 31 seasons in, but I didn't know what waving was. And sometimes they have legends where they take legends from the past and put them in the game. And I thought that waving was maybe trying to extend. So I was trying to extend Charles Barkley, but instead I got rid of him. He was a 97 overall, which is better than anybody here. I think LeBron James is a 96, and I think that's the highest. But anyway, in this game, however, there are some things you might need to know. Number 1, the first names of these players are not the same in real life. For instance, Damian is Damon, Mike Conley is Mario Conley, and that's just to name a bit. What else is there? They make the names similar, but not the same. Except for Charles Barkley, I have no idea how they managed to make that the same. But they just don't want to get copyrighted. So, the difference between a fantasy and a career, I don't really know what a new game is yet. But a fantasy is where you do, it's like in the EA game. I'm doing a lot of connections with that right now. But if you're playing in the EA series, you would know that you can do a fantasy draft where everybody gets selected into the draft, and you can have Tom Brady play for the Cleveland Browns, and you can make the Browns a juggernaut. Well, same aspect in this game. And then the career mode is where you're a general manager, and you have to develop the players, make the right trades, and if you don't, the team will get rid of you. Alright? So, we're going to do a fantasy for today. If you guys like this, or if you, Colin, I don't know if it's Colin or Colin, because I've seen Colin spelled with 2 L's. But if your name is Colin or Colin, I don't really know. But you absolutely roasted me very hard in the last my NBA 2K17 video. And I want to clarify that I knew that the Wizards were Eastern Conference. And about Paul Millsap, I knew he was a power forward, but I thought he was a power forward center. Like, you know how in the game sometimes, Otto Porter's a small forward shooting, or no, small forward power forward, or, point guard, shooting guard. I thought Paul Millsap was that, but he wasn't. So that's why I was like, oh. I wasn't being like, oh, because, but I was being, oh, because of that he wasn't a center on the side. Alright, but the Hawks, I completely thought they were Western Conference. Like, that was 100%, yeah, I was definitely in the worthy of flame right there. Flaming me was the right call 100%. But, on the side note, I am going to be telling you guys something else. Wait, maybe not. This video is probably going to come out first. I'm probably going to edit it with some music. That's the only thing I really do, because it's on my phone, and working on a phone is very hard for me. Like, I don't know. If I could plug it in my computer, that'd be great, and I could work on it from there. But we don't have any. I don't have any software on my computer, any editing software, and I don't know if I can pull it off my phone. I don't know. I'm just in complete confusion right now on about that area, I guess. So let's move on into fantasy. We're just gonna name it YouTube. And if you see the Spanish in the keyboard, I'm taking Spanish 1. So if you start commenting in the comments section, just start blowing out Spanish. I'll probably just Google Translate every individual word. But no, like, I'm taking Spanish 1. So I use this because I just got done doing some Spanish homework on my phone. Yeah, so that's why you see the Spanish. And if you don't think that I know Spanish, I don't know. I can tell you guys some words like mi amo es Urbano Castaño, no me gusta nada trabajador, porque no me gusta nada. I said I don't like. I need to recap what I said. I said I don't like to work because alright. I meant to say I don't like to do my homework because I'm just gonna get roasted again. Alright, let's just get on with this fantasy here. Okay, so we can either go with a first pick, a mid pick, the last pick. I think we're going to go with the 5th pick this time. Who has the 15th pick? Golden State has the 15th pick, but I think we're going to go with Atlanta because I incredibly just dissed Paul Millsap completely. So I'm playing for the Eastern Conference Atlanta Hawks. Alright. Now we need to move him. Oh, I thought I pressed autocomplete for a second. Whew, if I did, I would have had to restart. So yeah, let's just look at the team. Oh, James Harden is still up for availability. I might snag him. KD, Kawhi, Giannis. He's very good. I can select any power forward. I might just go with Anthony Davis. And then we have these guys. But I think I won't go with Anthony Davis because I think I might try bringing Paul Millsap home. Because can Anthony Davis play center? Okay, never mind. Can he play center though? He can. So I think we're gonna go in with Paul Millsap and Anthony Davis. I believe are going to be. Also, it's Allen Davis. As you see, it's not Anthony because they can't do that. But we're gonna build up our backcourt. Was he selected? Gosh dang it! The last time he wasn't selected. Okay, now we're gonna go with the point guard. Maybe even not. Like, point guards get taken very fast in the first round. See, I can pick 80s in this, but only 70s in that. And actually, Bradley Beal's he's not a bad pick. He gets up to like an 84, 83. But a lot of the players that have yet been selected, they're good, but they're veterans. So you kind of want to watch out for that. I think we might actually go with. Oh, we could go with Dwight Howard. Nah. I think we're going to go with the point guard in Tim Frazier. Kemba Walker got selected by Phoenix. Like, we could go with George Hill, but he's going to be declining. Tim Frazier obviously is going to be growing. He'll probably get past. He'll probably end up getting past 80 overall. So let's build up this guard spot. Should we get Bradley Beal or Stephenson? I think we'll actually wait until Bradley Beal because nobody seems to be selecting. And there's Alfred Camino, Tobias Harris, because you want the younger players. There's Harrell, obviously, but we already have a power forward, so if I do get one, it would be the power forward center. Joel Embiid gets selected, and I assumed he would, but even Miles Turner got selected. Damn. Oh, Biyombo? Whoa, this is good. Bismack Biyombo, obviously it's Bernard Biyombo, but, nothing you can do about that. I think we're just going to do 1 year this time because I am doing a lot of extra stuff. Again, Atlanta, we're 65 overall. Yo, we tied with Charlotte. Alright, that's not that bad. We still need a shooting guard, though. We can get Manu, who will... See? This is what I'm talking about. Alright, now we're going to go with Bradley Beal. Bart Beal. What a bad name. Bart Beal. Like, Bart isn't a bad name, but, like, Bart Beal. That doesn't sound right. I think Bradley was the better move. Like, if your name is Bart out there, I'm not trying to diss you, and, well, we just took it off by a storm. So I'm not trying to diss you guys or say, oh, you guys absolutely suck. Nah, man, a lot of people get triggered, but I'm just simply saying that Bart Beal does not sound like a good mix. And yeah, so should we go with Carmelo Anthony? Oh my goodness, they took out Tobias Harris. Oh, we can get Harrison Barnes. I think we go with the Aminu and Barnes. Evan Turner. So I think we're going to go with Aminu. Obviously his name is Allen right now. But yo, can't really change that. Because I always double up on the final position we select. So if you're the last position I pick, I always double up. So we can select even Nicholas Batum, but, you know, he's 28. Barnes isn't taken yet, and he's 24. So we're going to pick Harrison Barnes, which, you know, Harris Barnes, Harrison. So I guess, you know, they made it similar into that regard. Looking at our squad, we're an 80 overall with an average age of 24. Like, what? Like Miami, they don't even have a center, dang. It sucks. So now we're going to go with the power forward. Just kidding. We're probably going to go with the point guard. On the bench, don't know who we'll get. See, at this point, I'll just pick anybody. You know, if you're a veteran, it's fine. Just kidding. We're actually not going to do that. We're going to pick lesser players. You guys probably don't even know why we're doing that. Well, the reason why I'm doing that is because if I pick players that are too good, I will have no money for a long time. And I've realized that. So the way I'm not going to prevent that is simply by drafting players who are a lot smaller. And I'm going to try sticking into the 70s range. So we're probably going to go with Alan Crabb. Okay. Aiden Crabb, whatever you guys want to say. I actually haven't taken Austin Rivers yet. I might have. Should have probably taken him. But yo, we're still good. We still Gucci. We're still the best in the East and the Southeast division. We already have two small forwards. So we're going to go with the power forward. We're trying to keep it into 70. We'll go with Peter Jones. You know, he's still pretty young. I actually don't know his first name. Alright, and if you guys are going to blame me for not knowing a first name, I will kill you. So, we have another center we can select. Obviously, we want to keep it into the 70s overall. So, this stars, I don't really know what they mean 100%. But I'm assuming the better the stars, the better the player. So we're going to go with Landon Sanders. Probably in 2 years he's going to decrease, which, you know, nothing you can really do about that. Our average age is 25, not the lowest. Right? The lowest is 23. Washington has a 23-year-old. Memphis has 23. I know there's a lot of teams at 23. What's the oldest team? 28? I think it's 28. I don't think there's a 29-year-old team. But hey, nothing you can really do about it. So, we need to select a player 11. So now we're just going to go across and select players. Okay, there's only 69s here. I'm looking for some... Oh yeah, I'm just going to look for the worst players I can pick, because they cost the cheapest. And obviously they probably won't be playing anyway. So we'll just pick this 27-year-old 69. Actually, we'll probably pick a 24-year-old 69 overall Carlos Fletcho, or however, I don't know if that was Carlos or not. I just read his name real fast. We're just going to autocomplete the final 3 players, because I don't want to be wasting you guys' time. And I want to show you guys that what I'm doing right now is a legit process. Alright, that's a lot of the beef that a lot of YouTubers get, because they cut out a lot of stuff, you know, because the YouTube video would last way too long. But yeah, I think we're going to do about 3 months and get actively engaged in every single month. So basically, we're going to create our team. Our studded power forward, I actually don't think he's going to, yeah, he is our power forward. So we have Anthony Davis and Biombo, who average for a 76 attack and 89 defense. Dang, that's a lot of defense. But I think Bradley Beal's going to bring up the offense, and he does. He brings it up by 1. Okay, then we've got Aminu, who brings it down. Sweet. This is an all-defensive team. And then on the bench, we have Harrison Barnes. And our point guard is Tim Frazier, who does bring up the offense for a bit. But yeah, we're more of a defensive team rather than offense. But yo, nothing you can really do about that. And then we got Eric Gordon. Obviously, he's one of the 3 players that this team selected. I don't know why do we get Eric Gordon? I don't even know. Yeah, but we've got Sanders. We've got Crab. Man, this is going to be a really powerful defensive team. And our power forward is Jones. Okay, looks like we're playing with a defensive team. I didn't know this was Utah. But that's alright. Because, it's actually not alright. Wow, we're middle team. What, we just don't have the offense? So they've offered Lyles for Sanders in the first round. Okay then. Hey, we lost to Orlando. We've lost 3 straight, 4. Oh, we lost a lot of games in a row. Sign free agents. If you have space in your team, it's very interesting going through free agents and sign new players. Free agents. Oh, there's actually some free agents that I would have taken. Like Ryan Anderson, He's pretty good. And actually, by the end of the first year, a lot of these guys retire. Like a ton, because there's a lot of players that weren't selected or taken, or whatever the case may be. Who else is a 49 overall center, which I don't even think you could have selected, because then I would have selected them. But anyway, so we're still in the playoffs, right? That's pretty good. So what's the player offer? Lyles from New Orleans. Okay. So Lyles from the New Orleans Pelicans. Okay, New Orleans. I'm gonna be going back up, aren't I? No, I'm not. They're here. Haha, I thought so. Lyles is a 67 overall center. Okay. Why the heck do they have JaVale McGee? They must have a... Okay. Probably because they've got Taverns. They simply don't need Lyles. Like, he wants Sanders in the first round. Sanders... Oh, okay. So they're trying to give... So they want me to give them my veteran player for a rookie player. Oh, I see the way they're drawing out these cards. But no. Now looking at statistics, best player, wow, Anthony Davis, oh yeah, he should be. 23 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and less than a steal. Bradley Beal's our second best player at 20, with 21 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal. Then it's Tim Frazier with the 14 PR with 9 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists. We average 104 points per game. What? 104. Actually, that's a little on the low side. But if we go 8-8 again. Oh, we went 7-8. Dang, we're on a losing streak. Wow. Okay. Hopefully, we're still in the playoffs. Wow, we still are. Dang. We played more games than some teams, obviously. But yeah. Now let's look at the draft. We got Ball. I think we're gonna keep on to our pick, but nothing for this month. So we're gonna go on to the next month. Let's get it. Let's win some more games. Hey, so we're back to a 50-50 team. If we go 41-41, we could probably still pull off and make it. Portland has off. Oh, they've traded. Okay, not for us. Okay, looking at the classification. Fingers crossed. We moved up to 6th seat? Dang. We're not playing half as bad as I thought we would. Let's peep the team. Let's try seeing for evolution. So Anthony Davis went up by 1. Bradley Beal, Biyombo, and Jones. All of these guys went up by 1, which is pretty good. Statistics. Anthony Davis has decreased. Beal has decreased. Frazier has increased. I know who we're waving. Holy crap. Negative PER. Anthony Davis is now dropped to 20 points per game. 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks. Bradley Beal has decreased to 20 points per game. 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Tim Frazier, on the other hand, has increased to 9 points, 2 rebounds, and 7 assists. The next best points is Harrison Barnes with 10 points. And then Aminu has 7. And then Crab has 8. So we want to stay here on the lineups. I think we're going to get rid of Wright, even though I don't want to do that. Move it up here. Finances, where's Wright? He's only going to be with us for a year. So we just get rid of Felicio instead. Oh, this is a year after? Oh, okay, we're going to waive Wright. Because we don't want him anymore. He can go for a different team. If you have a negative PR, that means you're doing much worse for us than you're actually doing good. And I don't want to play doing worse for us and not so good. So, let's see. Oh, we're not in the playoffs. 4 games under. How are they waiving? Oh, they waived and then they signed. We waived him. Can we sign a better player? No, I don't think we can sign the guy we just waived. Yeah, we can't even sign him after we waived him. Like, we have the money to pay him. Now we don't. Looking at the team. I don't know why they're starting Barnes over Aminu, but they are. It's called logic, Lamborghinis. You gotta know these things. I think our main problem is that we simply don't have, like, at first it was because we didn't have an offense, right? And now it's because we don't have either. Like, we're now an even mix because Aminu's on the bench, but our bench is a heavy defensive squad. So when our bench comes out, you know, they're not scoring for us, but they're making sure that the other team won't score, which is good for crunch time situations. But we don't want to be in no crunch time, kid. The Biamba go down. Okay. So I think that's going to wrap it up for me today. Remember to keep on smiling, keep on loving yourself, I guess. I don't know. I've always thought that was cringy. But I will see you guys later.